Hello everyone, Pepper Madness here. I was thinking of doing a short video just like this one every Saturday. Call it Minute with Madness or something to that effect. Where I would ask the viewers, my subscribers who've been supporting this channel lately very well. Thank you very much, guys. I would ask you what sort of videos or skill demonstrations that you would like myself and the other guys to do. Like for me, I handle all the hand skill stuff, the pioneer craft, breaking horses, hoof care, all that kind of thing, and some gardening. My wife, Mrs. Madness, she would be doing stuff like on homemade detergents and hand soaps and essential oil things. Maybe even a little bit of cooking on the wood cook stove upstairs, something to that effect. Ranger, he likes to do the tinkering projects. Like we will be doing a video on this. We built a wood splitter that requires like really little effort. Well, we didn't build it, we're almost finished building it. That requires very little effort and no outside power other than your arms. And things like that, and you know, the biomass gasifier, which we will be doing anyhow, but just little projects like that. Cage, of course, he covers a variety of subjects on firearms. Wild E, he's the nomad amongst us. he as you've seen in his previous videos, off-grid RV life, nomadic kind of stuff. Send us your requests down in the comments, and we'll see what we can do. Also, if you have any questions, please feel free to voice them down in the comments also. Okay, guys, thanks. Now I'm going to get on with a little subject, a little subject that I think is often neglected. At least I haven't seen anyone in the preparedness or homesteading, self-reliant type YouTube channels address. All right, let me just take off my hat. Don't blind yourself. Okay. So all I see on channels is SHTF top 10 skills to learn, top 10 gear items, top 10 this, top 10 that. What I don't see, and pardon me, what I don't see is a stress on everyday sort of skills that people should have. We take these things for granted, but I've ran across this a lot in my life. It's crazy. Anyhow, I'm going to list them off here for you. So I called this basic everyday skills everyone should know. This is including you ladies. Before I start listing these, I'm babbling on again. Before I start listing these, it's just basic knowledge stuff, okay? And if you're looking at doing homesteading, subsistence farming, that sort of thing, it's a different list. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do that next week. And remember, this is just my opinion, okay? It's not a must-have thing here. Okay, so I got a list. I wrote it all down. All right, so some things you should work on or learn about. All right. So number one, basic plumbing. Okay. Learn how to install outdoor and indoor taps and faucets. Okay. Fix those leaky faucets. Don't just replace them. Learn how to break them down, take them apart, and go, look, I need a 5-cent seal, and put it in. 5-cent O-ring, put it in. Okay. Joining pipe joints and like elbows and 45s. Regular unions, whether they're threaded or the Tiger Shark fittings, which I love, by the way. Those things are awesome. They're expensive, but boy, oh boy, they're great. I can reuse them anytime. Of course, and when and where how to use them. Okay, so a big one is installing your well pump and pressure tank system. Okay. It's a real big one to know if you're an acreage or homestead type of person. Huge. It's a huge bit of knowledge to know, and it's really quite simple when it all comes down to it. Also, you should learn to know what setting your bladder or pressure tank, whichever you want to call it, how much air to put into it, how much air to take out of it sometimes, what size of tank you should have, what kind of what horsepower you should be running in your pump for what depth of well, whether you're going to use a jacuzzi pump or oh, what the heck's it called? It slipped my mind. I should have wrote it down. Whether you're going to use a jacuzzi pump or a submersible. What, and when you're looking at the design of it all, how much line are you going to run, and how many lines are you going to bring out from your pump house to however many barns or shops or other outbuildings or hydrants for watering your animals. And then look up and see what kind of water pressure you need, and what volume of pressure tank. I'm going on and on and on. I can get way off on rabbit trail on all that plumbing stuff, but a very important thing to learn. Basic carpentry skills. All right, learning how to patch your roof, whether it's shingles, shakes, asphalt shingles, tin, whatever. You should learn how to patch it. Okay? Should learn how to install a chimney. Just a simple chimney. I've done 2 here in the house. I've done several more in other places. And again, that's quite simple, but it can be dangerous if you don't do it properly. All right? Learn how to build shelving. Learn how to install drywall or sheeting, and how to repair it when it gets busted. All the mudding and taping and hanging and all that. Learn some basic framing. Okay, it's so much easier when you can build things yourself. I shouldn't say easier, but it's so much cheaper when you can build things yourself, and save the cost of hiring a contractor and blah blah blah, all that, and all the hassles you get with them too. Install and learn how to install doors, windows, and how to replace them too. Learn a bit about small project concrete work, like how to build the forms, how to level them, how deep should this pad be for this, how deep should that this be for that. Learn how to build a set of stairs. Okay, guys. A lot of people struggle with this. It's a really good thing to learn. Okay, so I got a huge list, so just bear with me. Another 2 pages of this. So learn a bit of basic electricity, especially the safety part. I stress this more because I'm a power lineman by trade, so yeah, safety is like easily 80% of the business, man. Okay? Learn how to install breakers. Learn how to run a circuit. A simple circuit in your house. A series circuit. Learn how to install plugs, sockets, and switches, and learn how to troubleshoot them. Okay. Get yourself a small, cheap multimeter, and make sure you read the manual, and just learn how to use it. It's really, really simple. Okay, and we'll move on to this is more for the homestead or acreage kind of people. This one, fencing. Fencing, okay, types of fencing. So we're looking at post and rail or post and board, 3 and 4 wire electric fencing, barbed wire, gauge wire. That's the ones that are made up of all the squares. Okay, chain link, and of course learn how to string. What I mean by that is learn how to roll it out safely, especially in the case of barbed wire. And learn how to tighten it, and to what tension, right? There's all sorts of tricks to fencing. The fasteners that you're going to use on the fencing, the post spacing, okay? Because the post spacing is going to be different. Is going to be different in your pasture. It's going to be different in your dog run. It's going to be different for your yard. It's going to be different in livestock pens, or your round pens. For training horses and all that. Okay, and really, let's get on some basic mechanical knowledge. Okay, I've stopped to help people on the road, and in particular, this one sticks out in my mind. Especially when people are going around saying, well, you know, the older generation, they could do this and they could do that, and they were all self-reliant and everything. Well, I stopped one time to help this fella. He was, what, 65, 70, just guessing. Okay. And he was a doctor. He even introduced himself to me as a doctor. Oh, my name's Dr. Thompson, whatever it was. And he was really quite, I don't know, looking down his nose at me kind of thing. He didn't know how to change the tire on his car. It was flat, and he didn't know how to change the damn tire on his car. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Anyhow, I'm getting on here. Learn how to check and change your oil and filters. Okay, ladies, you can do this stuff too. You know, my wife knows how to do it. She doesn't do it on a regular basis. Usually, that's left up to me. But that's not a problem. Learn how to change a tire. Learn how to check the pressure. Learn how to read the specs, you know, all those little numbers, and learn what they mean on your tire. Okay. Of course, learn a bit about tire repair. How to change the valve stem out of the rim. How to patch a tube. How to put in a quick patch on a tubeless tire. Those sort of things. This one's a little more advanced, but changing your brake pads. It's really not hard. Very, 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 very easy. Okay, very easy. Learn how to change spark plugs and wires, and plug wires. Pardon me. Learn how to read and understand those manuals. Oh. Some of my can drive you nuts, man. I can't even set the time on the clock on one of my newer work trucks. It's just like, obviously an engineer designed this. Oh yeah, learn how to check and change the fuses and where they are on your vehicle. Get familiar with that. It's an important thing, especially you guys that are worried about EMP, CME kind of stuff. Pretty important. Then a few miscellaneous ones here. Learn how to operate your power tools, whether cordless or ran by cord. Learn how to do those things, and your learning curve will just go. Man, I tell you, it's awesome. Welding is a good thing to learn. This stuff's a little more advanced, right? You should have a basic knowledge of hydraulics, especially if you're going to be doing the homestead, farm, small-scale farming kind of thing. learn how, please, learn how to hook a trailer up to your pickup and how to back up with it. Please, please. It is extremely frustrating to watch this sometimes, especially in RV parks. Drive me nuts. And last but definitely not least, learn how to pull a car out of the ditch. Okay? Alright. I hope I didn't go too fast. I'm trying to make this video as short as I can. Again, this is just my opinion. And I'd like to say, you know, like this isn't one of those things where it's all the fancy gear reviews and it's you know, like I said at the beginning, you know, top 10 knives for shit hits the fan, top 10 guns. It's none of that kind of stuff. It's just common everyday things that we should all try to work on, and it'll make your life a whole lot easier, Okay. Yeah, I was going to go on to say, if you can't change a tire when the shit hits the fan, all that food, all that ammo, all those guns that you got stored away in your bunker ain't gonna do you no good. No good. Okay. Anyhow, guys, that's just my opinion. Okay. Those are just those things aren't written in stone or anything. It's just something I've observed on YouTube, especially amongst the preparedness community. Okay, remember, any questions or any video requests that you would like to see us do, would you please put them at the bottom in the comments. Okay, thank you guys very much, and thanks for watching. I'll see you next Saturday.